I'm also joined first by the Special Public Prosecutor for the state of Maharashtra, Shekhar Jagtap. Mr. Jagtap, isn't it coming too late? You know, writing to the Home Ministry, the man has escaped. What good is going to come of it if you write to the Home Ministry in Delhi now? He's already left the country, or so we are told.
At present, I would say that administrative steps to be taken by the appropriate authorities, but we need to verify whether he is actually absconded or he is still hiding within country.
You don't rule out the fact that he is hiding somewhere in India? Do you have any information?
That I will not be able to reveal because that's a matter of investigation.
Just 1 minute, I'm only speaking to Mr. Jagtap Rao right now, directors. Thank you very much. Yeah, please continue, Mr. Jagtap, yes?
So, since the investigation at the peak stage and since we have applied for non-bailable warrant against him day before yesterday and yesterday it has been given in our hands, our opportunity to search him, trace him and get him before the court of law is still there. So, at present we will be able to only say that our efforts to catch him wherever and wherever he is hiding is still on and we are attempting at our level best to take him in our custody.
Do you have any leads on where he is?
Since it's a matter of investigation as a public prosecutor, I will be only able to comment only on a legal steps, but investigation details I will not be able to reveal at this juncture.
But there are very serious charges against him, broadly, without going into the sections. Can you tell me what have you found about this man, Param? What was he doing? Broadly, can you tell me, Mr. Jagtap, what are the crimes, what are the kind of crimes he has indulged in?
As far as allegations against Paramveer Singh are concerned, that I can share as on the basis of the first information reports registered against him at various police stations. First crime is registered at Marine Drive police station bearing crime registration number 299 of 2021, where there is an accusation of extortion, and those allegations are made by one Shamsundar Agarwal, against whom one Sanjay Punamia as well as Paramveer Singh had hatched a criminal conspiracy for extorting crores of rupees. At the behest of Paramveer Singh, Shamsundar Agarwal was prosecuted by Sanjay Punamia and he was first put in the stringent provisions of Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act, where even though there was no such material against Shamsundar Agarwal, that is the case of the prosecution today. And accordingly, in the course of investigation, we have come at least this juncture that the accusations of Shamsundar Agarwal do hold much water, and accordingly we first arrested a business associate of Paramveer Singh, one Sanjay Punamia, who was under our interrogation for 14 days, and thereafter he is also traced in other criminal cases registered at Thane and other cases in Mumbai. Paramveer Singh is also facing criminal charges of extortion in another case bearing CR number 71 of 2021 registered with Goregaon police station. So all these cases are capable to demonstrate his involvement in the extortion racket in Mumbai.
So basically, this man who was the commissioner, while being the commissioner, was actually an extortionist.
That is an accusation that in the name of his post and under the garb of his uniform, he had started running an extortion racket with the help of Sanjay Punamia.
So he
and
was,
other business.
He was basically running an extortion racket. Sachin Waze, who is his direct report, is also running an extortion racket, was taking bribes. So between the both of them, they must have been running an extensive extortion racket in the realm of running a police force. This is a very serious matter, isn't it, Mr. Jagtap? That if crime was
Indeed.
institutionalized at this
Indeed,
level,
I do agree.
isn't it a very, very serious matter?
Certainly, therefore, we started taking very strong and appropriate legal actions against all those people. First, we had started taking investigation in Marine Drive police station, where we found Sanjay Puname and Sunil Jain, who were the front for taking the properties and money for Paramveer Singh. Thereafter, the crime was raised.
What I'm asking you, Mr. Jagtap, is that this tells you about the character of the person. The man is basically a criminal, an extortionist.
Certainly, I would say that the accusations against Paramveer Singh are quite serious, and those are demonstrating his criminal mentality. The evidence which is in the process of collection also points out his liability and his involvement as of now.
So this shows his criminal mentality.
Precisely.
So now what happens to this man with a criminal mentality? What's the next step, Mr. Jagtap? You write to the center to issue a red corner notice. What happens after that?
As of now, we have not yet started a process of seeking red corner notice cooperation from the center, because we need to first comply two important stages. So now we will have to search him not only at his two places which we are aware of, that is Chandigarh as well as Mumbai, but also some other suspected locations. Then we will seek a proclamation order under section 82 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. And after the lapse of 30 days, after the expiry of 30 days.
In all this process, I'm sorry to intervene, but in all this process, we waste more time. And one more question, Mr. Jagtap, one more question which comes to my mind is that now Paramveer is an extortionist, a man with a criminal mentality, right, Swapnil? These are his words. Sachin Waze is a murder accused, extortionist, a man with a criminal mind, took 3 million rupees from Bark in the TRP case. So these two criminals, these two people with criminal mentalities, extortionists, taking bribes, but the cases they file should continue. So the people are criminals, extortionists, but Mr. Jagtap, the cases they file should continue. People should continue to face the harassment on that. What about their victims? What about Paramveer and Waze's victims?
As far as
what happens to them?
Correct. So that precisely that is why the state has come forward, and the victims of Paramveer's atrocities in the false cases, particularly a case registered at Juhu by Sanjay Punamia with the help of Paramveer Singh, has also started a further investigation, and accordingly this Marine Drive police station crime was registered against Paramveer Singh and Sanjay Punamia.
So if it is tomorrow proven, if it is 1 minute, Sachin Waze took a bribe in the TRP case, is that not serious for the state of Maharashtra? That the police system was taking bribes, extortionists taking bribes and filing cases against Republic, that is all right. How is that convenient? How is that all right, par for the course?
Certainly it is not a process which will be justified, and those false cases registered by the Paramveer Singh or any other complainant planted by Paramveer Singh, these are supposed to be further investigated.
So, but
accordingly, this Marine Drive police station where
but let me tell you, sir, 1 minute. Let me tell you, Hansa has gone on record. Hansa has gone on record in the court in a signed affidavit that Sachin Waze and Paramveer Singh were putting pressure on them to fix Republic. What more proof do you want? That was a malicious act. Am I right? Subhash Jha is on the debate, Subhash. That evidence is there, isn't it, Swapnil?
Absolutely.